Approximately 6,000 people experiencing domestic abuse in Kansas City last year were turned away from shelters because there just wasn't enough bed spaces or resources to help them. That alarming statistic came out today at a roundtable meeting of community organizations. KCTV5's Leslie Aguilar is live at UMKC where that meeting happened. So Leslie, what else did you learn there?
Brad, well, right now there's just not enough bed space available to help all of the people who come forward and ask for help. It's hard to imagine how many other victims of domestic abuse there are who are too afraid to come forward and ask for help. And that's what advocates say is the biggest issue they face when it comes to domestic violence. Mayor Quinton Lucas brought organizations together for this roundtable during Domestic Violence Awareness Month to highlight how big of a problem this is in Kansas City.
Every day, all of the shelters in the metro are turning people away because we're full. We've been so thankful and grateful for community support that has allowed us to leverage and utilize hotels for placement, but there just aren't enough beds.
The president of Kansas City's oldest domestic violence shelter says last year they saw a 30% increase in calls for help when the pandemic began. And now they're continuing to see an alarming trend.
We are experiencing and seeing at Newhouse is the severity of the calls has increased. So people that are in more extreme danger and urgent circumstances are reaching out.
One group did an assessment with all the other organizations. An estimated 6,000 calls for help went unanswered last year due to a lack of beds and resources. The real number of victims can't be calculated.
I'm pretty sure it's way more than that. It's probably double.
Justice Gatson works with a lot of victims who are too afraid to call mainstream services.
Maybe they're undocumented. Maybe they're afraid of the cops. Maybe they think that if they tell a certain story, CPS will come in and take their kids. So many reasons why.
She says shelters, organizations, police, and prosecutors need to work towards not only creating more resources, but making them more accessible and trusted by all victims. Now, those organizations made a commitment to start meeting monthly instead of just once a year for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Some of their short-term plans include a listening session for survivors and creating a plan on how to better utilize federal funding. Reporting live, Leslie Aguilar, KCTV 5 News.